how long are you willing to stay for some motivation and some inspiration? My name is Mike. I'm a 4-year recovering addict of a 30-year addiction, certified sobriety coach, certified master life coach, author, and speaker, as well as working a full-time job as a welder. I wasn't always, didn't always have this many achievements. I suffered some brutal physical abuses from the age of 2 until I was a teenager. It caused me to have what they call CPTSD. I didn't know what that was for a long time, but now I have learned how to manage it. I don't take any medications. Anything I use is all natural. I won't even take Tylenol half the time. Like I said, 30-year addiction. I had periods of doing good things, graduating college, graduating high school, in the military, but they were very short-lived. Addiction and criminal activity dominated most of my life because I didn't understand what was going on inside of me. And it started from the age of 2, as most of us do, because let's just put it out there. Drugs don't cause mental health causes drugs. In my personal belief, in my experience, most people have co-occurring disorders because drugs are not the problem. They're the solution to the problem, and we don't even realize that. Living in recovery is not easy. The easy part is getting off the drugs, believe it or not, and that's not even easy. It's living in recovery and living a meaningful and purposeful life. So as my criminal activity increased, finally, I ended up in prison at 40 years old for a first-time offense, a 2 to 20-year prison sentence at 40 years old. I used to be embarrassed by it, but now, it shaped who I am because that was one of my turning points. That's where I looked at myself and said, I need to do something for me. I need to change for me. I need to sit by myself. I need to do this alone, and I need to fix myself because ain't nobody going to do it for me. Nobody's going to do it for me. I had a man in prison. Had been there 40 years, was just getting ready to go home. Been there 40 years, finally getting ready to go home. Looked at me and said, this is your first time in here. You're 40 years old. He said, it's time to wake up. He said, there's guys in and out here. There's been in here 7 times that are 25 years old. He said, do something with yourself. He goes, you got it in you. He goes, I can see that light in you. He said, don't come back here. He said, it's hard getting off parole that first time. He said, I believe you're not going to come back here. And he shook my hand and he said, God bless you. He said, you got this. And that right there, it got me. Ultimately, I got out and I did my parole. It was not easy. I spent a lot of time on tether. I'm a hard-headed person. I do things my way. I've always been that way. I live very free. I don't go through the constraints of societal rules and things like that. I live how I want to live. They have the consequences. And I understand that there are laws out there, but some of them are ridiculous. Now, I don't go out breaking the law anymore, but I still do what I want to do. And I've even proven to police that I will always do things within the legal limits, and you can try to push me and harass me, and I'm going to stay calm, and I will win. I don't do things that put my freedom at risk, because that's what it's about, is freedom. But I don't have to live under the constraints of society. I don't care what people think. It's taken me a long way to get here. It's taken me a lot of inner work, a lot of hard inner work, a lot of becoming emotionally intelligent, practicing mindfulness, gratitude, meditation, spending time in nature, doing this, trying to help others, finding that purpose in my life, and doing something that's bigger than myself. That's the work it takes to heal. Okay, I've tried rehabs, I've tried mental hospitals, I've tried everything. Okay, they're good tools. I work with a lot of counselors on here even. They're great tools. And if they work for you to get off the drugs, use them, please, by all means. But they're not going to last forever. They don't teach you everything to stay off the drugs, because living in recovery is harder than just getting off the drugs. It takes a lot more inner strength, a lot more inner work. Okay, and when you first come into recovery, it's hard to have that. You want to lean on other people. You want to lean on distractions. It's not going to work. You can't distract yourself. That's not healing. I spent a lot of uncomfortable time by myself in silence, feeling the emotions, finding out where they come from. And I still find triggers to this day, but I don't run from them. Triggers are my way of saying, hey, that's something I need to work on. It's a good thing. Turn your challenges into ways of improving yourself. That's what they're meant for. Change is a way to improve yourself. Just like relapse. If you happen to relapse, and I haven't in 4 years, but I used to relapse. Relapse doesn't mean you start over. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means something needs to be adjusted. It's a tool. Use it to better yourself. Take your challenges, and instead of running and laying down and just giving up, use them to build yourself up. Because true growth and true strength is found in the pain and the obstacles you face. Some of us have been through such. I've had people try to unalive me, give me bad cocktails, and many other ways, and still haven't got me down. I'm here for a purpose. Okay. One thing that taught me was that, especially going through with what my dad put me through, was that I'm built to overcome a world that is meant to break you and take you down, but not everybody's built that way. So rather than act like a tough guy and I'm the best in the world, I'm taking that and trying to help others. That's what a purposeful life is. Okay? I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just trying to give somebody out there some hope and inspiration that if I can do this, so can you. In the last 3 years, I've written 3 books. I've been on 6 podcasts, and I'm still pitching more. I've been featured in a magazine, and I continuously strive to help other people, whether I get paid or not. And you know what? I'm not even worried about that kind of money, because something will come through that I'm going to be able to work with somebody that will set me financially, so I don't have to, do all this physical labor as much. I'm going to get those goals, and I will get them, but not at the expense of saving someone's life. I will happily help somebody that wants to help and will put in the work, because I can give you the tools. I've been there, I've done that, and trust and believe that I have overcome. I'm living proof that these methods work. Okay? So don't take it as like, oh, you used to be the same way. Take it as, hey, this is somebody that's overcome it. I want to know how you did it. And I'm putting this out there right now. Anybody that is willing to do the work, I will be happy to work with you. So I hope that inspires somebody. I've been through a lot of things too. My trauma is no worse than anybody else's out there. It's not a competition. Okay? Trauma is trauma, and it hurts, but you can heal. All it takes is a little work up here, work in here, nothing else. Okay, it's something that can be done 10 to 20 minutes a day. You should spend longer, but that's my personal opinion. But even if you're a busy person, 10 to 20 minutes a day, not running, not hiding with distractions, not hiding with other people, because let's put it this way, you're going to have to be around other people, but you cannot be around other people unless you know how to interact with people and not react in a negative way, because not everybody's going to like what you do. Okay, people are going to try to bring you down. Those are tests. The biggest thing I can tell you, show gratitude. Show yourself some grace. Feel your emotions, and don't let anybody else's opinion affect you, because it's not their journey, it's yours. The journey is the destination. There is no end game. Just because you get off the drugs does not mean things are all good and better. Because let me tell you what, you will find out the hard way that is absolutely incorrect. Okay? And I don't want you to get discouraged because you find this out the hard way. So I'm telling you that once you're off the drugs, that's when the real work starts. Okay? I believe in you. I believe in myself. One of the biggest things I can say, actually, you need to love yourself, so other people know how to love you, because nobody else is going to love you unless you love yourself. Invest in yourself, because you are the most important person in your life. So peace and love. Have a great day, and I hope this helps.